I'm Nettie. This is my friend, Errol. Recently, we've had an intruder take over our precious land with hideous and dangerous infrastructure. These conditions are horrendous and inexcusable, and as the landladies, we decided to take the perpetrator, Genesis, to court. It went squeezingly, but first, let's review her property.
He's happy to be here, okay?
He is in agony. Look at this. Okay, we gotta start with this, because this is the poverty line, right? Or is this the wealthy?
It's the yeah.
So the fact that I can...
alleyway?
It's the entrance of their homes. I can reach out with both my arms and touch each side of the house.
There's no belongings in these chests. These people are poor.
They're comfortable. They're humble.
They're going head to head.
Yay!
Look at where the windows face.
The what?
Brick. Cobble.
And if you can see the floor back here, first of all, this guy's ugly. If you see the floor, we don't have very good structural integrity because the floor is just dirt. You see,
it's nice.
Look, this is not, you call this nice? A1 sauce?
What about you interview the iron golems in the village? Like, what do they have to say?
You know, iron golems only spawn when villagers feel threatened.
No, they don't.
Yes,
they do.
Okay, what about cats? I have a bunch of cats that spawn here and I take them.
That's how you know it's infected with rats and roaches. They spawn in cats.
You're stealing their pets.
And now you have a gun. You have a Glock on the property.
Look at all these food for my villagers. You see, like, it's generosity for me. It's Ellen for me.
Oh, generosity and not basic necessity.
Well, yeah.
See, we don't have that kind of establishment. We say socialism for all. This size capacity is over capacity, and I don't know how I feel about this. My sheep pen? I don't have a sheep pen. My sheep pen has been evacuated because it was just a temporary solve.
Oh, let's take a gander. TP real quick to here.
Whoa!
Oh, you let them free. You knew what you did.
Yeah.
So this was what it was.
Oh,
look, they're free range.
In 1482, when I was poor and humble.
It's calling. I want to call
free
PETA.
range. PETA. And these are my besties. They feel comfortable confined in this cage. They're best friends. Now let's see. The cow's pen is all right, but the chicken pen. This is crazy. This is animal abuse.
Look, they're drowning.
They're drowning. The eggs are everywhere. It's infested and dirty. Unacceptable. Uh-oh.
Hi.
Ooh, plentiful. I just got 2 stacks of chicken. Okay, so your horses are demented. Something is wrong with your horses, first of all. Second of all, Eastern portion. Oh, they're hugging! My opinion on this enclosure is that the dirt and the overgrowth is shown that they're neglected and they're pushing into each other because they're fighting and they're enemies, they're frenemies. And I just don't accept the structural integrity of this house. The torches, it's too close to the wood, it's about to start a fire. This is just a big fat hazard. It's just a big hazard. I can't have that.
Not only that, I think this is a philosophical issue because we have a temple devoted to this very camel, and these are the conditions you have her living in.
Disgusting!
Y'all hate her. Okay, what about Billy?
Billy?
The goat. The unibrow. This is nice for one animal. Come on.
Okay, first of all, the gate is open, so that's a little bit hazardous.
Because I open it!
Why are there eggs everywhere? I don't understand.
I'm giving enrichment for my pets.
The feathers?
Oh.
So these feathers are showing me that the goat is pulling off his fur, and that's just a sign of stress.
He's literally in agony.
That there? Trying to frame me is crazy.
Oh, yeah, get your lawyer, little bro. This isn't looking good for you.
Okay, we're not going to check this out, the axolotls. Y'all can
No, let's go over here.
Oh, yeah, let's go over here.
Oh.
Okay,
There's no air. There's no, like...
They'll die.
You need to oxygenate them. And you don't want still water.
Still water! Still water! Okay, let's check out the house. The most important, the biggest piece.
First of all...
we haven't even walked.
It's based off a church.
Okay, I have something to say. First of all, why are these windows touching? Do you see these windows up here? Why are they touching?
Because they need to hug each other.
It's not even, well, that's just my personal preference of the unevenness and the weird, like, touching, and, you know, that's just me. Okay, continue. Oh,
I
no,
also don't believe these 3 doors are up. Did you just shoot me?
that's
My
not
bad.
allowed. We need to start writing rules and laws into place. No guns allowed. And the structural integrity is atrocious.
The structural integrity. No.
Look. Because this is all made of dirt, and if you're putting it directly on water, the euthanasia is gonna come in and sink all of this, and your whole house.
Euthanasia, you're not Shakespeare.
Your house is gonna drown, little bro. Yeah, these 3 doors are just not. Who named this? They're all very sweet to me. Look.
The names are a bit offensive.
No, they're cute.
You have open, exposed blades right here.
That's not good. You know, and the hole in the floor, the gaping sinkhole in the floor, is you!
Oh, here's all the coral that I lent you that you never returned.
The leak, there's a leak in the ceiling. There's a leak in the ceiling. The torches are touching the ceiling. The wooden ceiling, mind you, and it's causing a fire hazard everywhere. The explosions inside. Something.
You're gonna give these dogs PTSD.
Okay, this is cute. I do like this area.
The inside's not so bad.
Jump off.
I will be noting these comments for the court.
Heartburn is crazy. Heartburn and Tapeworm are twins. Where are you? Can we talk about this thing right here? How am I walking directly up to the stairs? There's no land up here. I have to like jump to get up. Hold on, I have something to say about your appearance. If you'll turn around for me. No. If you'll turn around, on the back of your arms, we have some big fat black bars that shouldn't be there. That's not aesthetically pleasing, and we don't allow that in our server.
It's giving body shaming.
Who is
Not
this
zombie.
hostage you have up here?
Where?
Who is this man?
What? What's wrong with his eyes? He's
What
got
did
some
you do
green
to this
aura.
man?
Green aura, no arms. Something is wrong.
Guys, who did that? I'm scared.
This is your home. Why is he in your attic?
You can't have a
I don't
hostage
know.
living in your attic. That's a safety violation. Kierum. It's just like giving hoarder. Like there's just not enough
Like-
space.
Are you slicing the horns off your goats for decoration?
That's animal cruelty. And what is this? This is horrific. This is gonna cause your little chickens PTSD. That's traumatizing and neglectful.
It's
Why do I
breaking stuff for me.
Why do you
I
not
want
have a
to
fence
escape.
right here?
Yeah, where did...
Oh, 'cause I can do this. I can do this. Who did that?
Oh, SpongeBob, why are you falling so delicately like a feather?
Nah.
Okay, let's go back to the court because I wouldn't allow this.
As I walk down this path, all I can notice is the agonized screams of your farm animals. Bombing.
Oh, never mind.
What happened?
Nothing.
You're making me quite nervous. I need to write down your crimes real quick. What were they?
Animal cruelty,
Kidnapping.
biological warfare,
That's crazy.
blasphemy of the Church of Portia,
Arson. Well, I didn't do no arson.
You didn't do no arson. You did claustrophobia of animals.
What about the good things I've done? What happened to that?
Ooh,
What about that
there
record?
weren't many to list. In fact, I've forgotten.
I will say, his farm is pretty good.
Can we go to creative? This is too much.
Why are we...
Who's gonna be Judge Judy?
Well, I'm pretty biased, so I think you should be Judge Judy.
I'm
I'll be
pretty
Judge
biased.
Judy.
Where there's no one in the court except for these Kias.
Somebody bring some jury in.
Here's my jury all over the floor. Oh, babies! Oh God, Gary's everywhere.
Children are not allowed in the courtroom. Please have them removed. Why is there raw chicken on the floor?
Sorry, I threw up.
Oh my god, the
Who
children's
is
body
that?
It's Clover.
is gigantic. Clover's purring.
Look, the
Amber
kids love
Games?
her.
Who is that?
It's
That's
Clover.
Barney.
It's Clover. Excuse me.
Oh,
The miners.
is that your lawyer?
I was your lawyer.
He's got something to say. Do I need a lawyer?
Who's the suey and who's the suer?
I'm being sued.
I'm Sewer. He's Suey.
I don't
Get
remember
these
the
children out!
terms.
Why are they just standing here?
Yeah, I'm suey. You're sewer.
Sewer, can
silly,
you please
I'm
tell us
silly.
why you're here?
Look, she's not paying attention.
Okay, first of all, get your bug out of my face.
It's not a bug. It's not
Look.
a bug.
It's the offensiveness for me.
Okay. So what's
Unprofessional.
So as I was saying, my verdict here against the Genesis. We have these Genesis issues, so many issues that I've seen around my neighborhood. There is something disgusting growing in my backyard that I don't want there because I was here first and it's gotten out of control and I can't handle the mess and the noise and the disgust anymore.
As a person of color,
Oh.
you heard that right. I'm the only one in this server. Actually, I'm
Clover's a
pastor.
person of color, she's green.
I'm also gray.
I was not given a notice. I just automatically went to court and got sued. I wasn't even given a 30-day notice. I was
We
told.
did talk about this a couple weeks ago.
Okay, but it wasn't official. Where's the paper? Is nothing's official without a document?
I
Where's
have
the
my document right
Anyway,
here.
I also feel like you're jealous. That's just the truth of it. And I feel like y'all haters.
Okay. Ruler, overrule because
Your Honor.
Your Honor! Your Honor!
Honor!
It is her.
What's happening?
He tried to kill me. He tried to assassinate the judge.
The assassination is crazy.
Okay, so let's recap. 𝖭ษ์is upset you moved into her backyard, which she was, in fact, the first settler here. And your defense is she's jealous.
No, sorry. My defense is I wasn't given a notice, and we could literally go back to the Miku Gary first episode account. She said I could live here, and this is where I was gonna be. I have evidence at first
Is that
episode
true?
1. Yup. Let me go watch and get the time.
Order! Blasphemy, lies, and greed, okay? I said he can have a little spot in this corner, and they started taking over and overcapacitating his little village, and now it's leaking over the sides, and the noise pollution, the smell pollution, the vision pollution, it's just too much pollution. All this cobblestone does not go with the aesthetic of the rest of the world, and that's pretty offensive, honestly. And I think we need to have a law in place to prevent such ugly, disgusting domiciles from existing in my world.
Aesthetics aside, I will say the animal problem has gotten out of hand.
Which I'm not the only
Like-
one.
I believe you are, because we went and looked at Nellie's farms. Nettie.
Nelly! Whoa, Nelly! Whoa, Nelly! Sorry.
What was that?
Look how she's behaving in court.
I had an episode because Bonji's here and I got
okay.
excited.
Oh no, we went over to Nettie's farm and it was fine.
Fine, they were all freed and escaped. And
It's called free range. I care about animals.
You don't have free range. They have fences. I saw.
And how big is my farm and how many animals do I have in said farm?
And now the littering
Not
all over the
very
courtroom
large.
is despicable.
I'm giving it to whatever this ugly name is.
What did you just say?
No.
Your Honor, if I may, I have my pamphlet here of
Yes.
discrepancies.
Let's read it. Animal cruelty. How do you plead?
Non-guilty.
Kidnapping. How do you... Oh
Not
yeah.
guilty.
That was another point. We found a disgusting, decrepit creature in your attic.
I'm being framed. That's what it is.
Biological warfare of said
Not
decrepit
guilty.
creature. Blasphemy of the Church of
Guilty.
Portia.
I'll
Guilty.
take accountability of that.
All right,
Yup.
all right,
Okay,
yep.
okay. Endangered animals. The axolotls.
Not guilty.
Guilty. They were under a pane of glass, so they could not breathe.
Guilty.
It was clear, so they could see.
They could
Plausible
see, they
of
couldn't
animals,
breathe.
Structural integrity failure.
Not guilty.
Inhumane conditions.
The only inhumane condition was me, how I'm being treated. So not
No.
guilty.
Black borders on arms.
Yeah, turn around for us. Turn
What does
around
that
for us.
mean?
Turn around. Yeah, give us a twirl.
Actually, that's harassment.
We've got
No,
wide
let's
on
not
a
body
slim
shame.
avatar.
What?
I am body shaming. That is
Let's not body
unacceptable. I'm gonna start
Let's
writing
remember the judge is
laws.
fat.
Order. Talking over the judge. Crazy.
You don't say a word.
This is fat erasure.
It would be okay to be fat if it matched the other color of his outfits, but it's just sticking out like a germ.
Like a germ. Okay, so you're a germaphobe.
Yeah, I am. And what's wrong with that? I care about the health of my community.
Mysterious animals.
Serious animals.
Oh,
I don't
the
recall that.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord. The mysterious creature of what seems to be the floating invisible horseman. And I don't like those kind of creatures near my house.
Agreed, they are creepy.
Not guilty.
They could be spies. Shooting innocents,
Yeah,
which
me.
I recall you just did again and nearly killed me.
Okay, guilty.
Okay.
Oh, guilty, you caught me, okay.
You pled not guilty to animal cruelty. Nettie, what is your defense?
My defense... Hi, Clover. The animal cruelty is insane. The fact that I saw, and honestly, I just, let me get up here. Let me get up here and speak to the jury. It was kind of disgusting and despicable that I had to see 400 chickens crammed together in a fence. And I could almost put this out there that he could have said that perchance there was a little small exquagerie of open range. But that doesn't make any sense. Just because there's no roof doesn't mean it's not open range. Because they are crammed together in there with hundreds of dirty, filthy eggs laid everywhere. Stacks and stacks and piles of rotting corpses and chickens and dead feathers all over the floor, crammed together, squished together, so many entities that they're starting to explode because there are too many in there. And not to mention the state that I found Portia in, which is also animal because of the
Portia's situation is extremely concerning.
It's extremely concerning.
Objection! I have
Also-
a question.
Portia, first of all, Portia was a gift to Nettie. So
Yeah.
why is Portia in your basement?
What? Did you kidnap her? Is that
Okay,
another
actually,
version?
I have a defense
So you
for
kidnapped
that.
her.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So here's the tea. Remember when we first had Portia and she vanished and she almost fell into a cave?
Yes.
Mhm.
And I rescued her.
Yes. And so for her safety, she had to be in my property with her daughter Isha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's my defense to that. I ain't
Would you
do
agree
no
to that?
kidnapping.
I do not
We
recall.
agree.
Now,
Okay.
although I do accept the non-kidnapping issue, I do agree that their space is way too small. It's a fire hazard. It's an integrity hazard. The dirt on the floor is despicable. It's absolutely atrocious. And the state that I found Unibrow in was awful. There was feathers everywhere. He was very stressed. There was eggs all over the floor.
Yeah, he was
I was very
pissed
concerned for the well-being of the animals.
Hey?
Guilty.
Guilty.
I'm guilty.
The man in your attic.
The man in
Framed.
your...
I was framed.
Friend, do
There
we
was
have
plenty
evidence
of
for that?
torches. There was plenty of torches there, so no mob could spawn.
I'm sorry,
Which means you
torturing?
had to bring
There
him
was
there.
plenty of torturing in your attic?
Torches!
Something is not right here.
Nice
And
story.
hashtag,
Fine.
there was a ladder, 2 ladders, so he could come and go whenever he
Hashtag
wanted.
there was a
Your
ladder.
front door was closed.
Yeah,
Which
don't
front
you
door?
know that zombie
Your 3
villagers
front
can climb
doors.
ladders, but they can't open doors?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Notice how when the child is T, but the fin is God, because there's a child.
Guilty! Guilty!
Biological warfare on said kidnapping.
Mm-hmm. Disgusting. Did you see how green that creature looked? That was unnatural. That wasn't human. And you know how I feel about humans.
And what I have to say is, est-ce que je peux aller au toilette?
I don't know what that means. Guilty.
And why are the villagers doing the mannequin challenge? They're all frozen. I have alter egos, okay?
Oh, you have
So
D&D?
it's not me.
Is this a
it's
plea of
not
insanity? Or is it bunny?
Yes, it's a plea for insanity. I can't control it, okay? It's not my fault, and it's giving hashtag you don't care about my mental health because I have alter egos.
Order!
Yeah.
Order! Order! Order in the court! Order in the court! I don't see any doctor papers assigning such an astounding case of all the altered DID egos all over the floor. I don't see
I
anything.
actually happen to have a court therapist. Would you like to meet with her?
Yes, where is
let's see.
she? Oh my god, hey, how are you?
The babies are growing rapidly. The witch
They
really
are
knows what she's
growing.
doing.
Look, she said I'm valid. Said
She
that
won't even
I-
look at you. She's so
She's disgusted.
appalled at the state of your mental health. She won't even look at you. Oh.
Oh,
No,
now
I
she's
have
really
proof. I
judging.
took a BuzzFeed quiz, and it
She's
said I
quite
do
upset.
have.
As someone who happens to have 2 people inside of her, I have never attempted to murder someone.
Wow.
Because you have 2, I have 500 alters.
I actually have
I can
5,000
control all
alters.
500.
And as
Guilty.
someone with 5,000 altars, I don't accept this.
You know what's funny?
Oh, she's crashing out! She's crashing out!
She's
She said, I can't
saying
handle this
you're
mental
lying.
health.
Burn away.
I can't help but notice all of these are guilty.
You're too close, little
Yeah.
bro. Clover can sniff out sins and guiltiness, and she is coming right over to you. She is staring.
She's sniffing me.
She said, "Oh, P.U., I smell the guilt.
What would you like the punishment to be?
Death! And burning down the
Death.
entire village."
You should
She's
move
comfortable.
somewhere across the water where you do not share land.
So
And
I'm
we
being
can-
banished?
Yeah, and we're gonna burn down quote unquote Fort Isha and save the poor Isha and Portia.
We're gonna release your farm animals.
I'll let that happen. I'll let it happen. I agree.
Okay, now you need to commit suicide.
What about my last meal? I deserve a last meal.
Oh, here's your last meal.
What would you like?
Not
Yeah,
this raw
raw
chicken.
chicken.
I'm vegan. I want a Dr. Pepper and some crab ragu.
Well, your crimes are too
I can get
atrocious
you-
for that.
I'll spare him a Dr. Pepper.
Thank you.
Can I have one?
Mm-mm.
Here's one.
Gimme.
Here's another.
Ah!
Jesus!
Okay, here!
Attempted murder.
Oh, there it
again.
goes.
I gotta take my Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
Now jump.
The diabetes
Okay,
kicked in.
wait, I gotta say my last words. I am
Put down the
balance.
bucket.
No! I put water!
Balenciaga! Balenciaga! Oh,
What?
my bad. Accident. Well, I feel like that was case well closed.
Yeah.
It was something.
Shall we burn down your house now?
Yes.
Did somebody kill one of my spirits?
No, what is that?
Not
right?
me.
I only have two.
This is a mess.
All these chickens. Now this is how
Someone
it
is
should
going
be.
to pay for the death of my LA.
And I vote
Not me.
Genesis. Portia.
Who's bone
Wait, is it
shooting?
Sil? The S-I-L? Is it that one or is it there?
Yes, it's Sil.
I always saw him. I don't know where he at.
I
Yeah,
always
you
saw him, and now
Probably
he's no
smacked him
longer.
and killed him.
I don't know, I'm homeless, so hashtag I need government assistance, hashtag give me food stamp. Wait, I'm moving into one of y'all's house.
No, you're not.
Yup,
Oh.
thank you, Eo.
I have skulk in my house, so they'll alert me.
All these
anytime.
babies everywhere.
God.
Oh God, Jesus. I would invite you into my home, but all of these creatures cannot fit.
Yeah, how much your name? Thank you.
Diabito. Portia's gonna live
Let's
with
free the
me.
golems too.
Yes,
Portia's
together.
stuck.
Oh, I'm laggy.
Probably because you released all the animals. Oh my God!
Oh no, how'd that happen?
Save
Who
Nyan
did
Cat. The flood. The Great Flood. Whoa.
Did you get your horns?
I see one. I'll save it.
I'm homeless. I have no home.
Where will you move?
Jesus. Oh, wait, I can move into one of the towns. Wait, don't you have an apartment
Oh.
complex?
Oh,
Yeah, I have a spot for you.
Thank you. I'm a rent. I would be like that mom with the 8 kids in her like 1-bedroom apartment.
you mean the hotel?
The motel.
Unfortunately, no pets allowed.
Yep, all pets allowed. We're going.
I'll make an
Welcome
exception,
to
but you have to
my-
pay a diamond per animal.
You're kind of poor.
Yes, because I was stripped of my wealth and land.
We did not strip you of your wealth,
Yes, you did.
and we freed your land.
Yeah.
Wait,
We gave
here's
it
your money.
back to the rightful owner. Me.
Wait, I have a whole tower here. I could just live in my tower. The
Oh,
pink lemonade
yeah.
tower.
that's
Go
not a bad
ahead.
idea.
You still have to pay me rent because this is on my land. 43 diamonds per person, per animal, per living being,
That's a bit steep.
per night.
Are you a capitalist?
Sometimes I want to be a socialist.
I realized I wasn't creative and I had this bucket of pufferfish, the one that was in my house, named Lola, and I spawned a bunch by accident.
Oh my God!
This
Lola!
building's interesting.
There's a bunch of pufferfish named Lola.
Now, are you gonna replace the cobblestone? Because it's quite fugly.
Y'all could build it. Look, I'm giving y'all money to build it.
No,
Hey, that was
that
Lola.
was you.
Why is my bridge flooded?
It was the pufferfish.
Oh no, Lola! Lola, go away! Lola!
Hold on, let me.
Biological Lola fair. They're bouncing.
Don't touch me with that.
I have to say my final goodbyes.
Okay.
Itchy, itchy, ay, ay, da, da. Itchy,
Oh.
itchy, ay, ay.
Oh.
Choco chocolate, ay, ay. Sweet lady marmalade.
Wait! I just wanted to say, happy Minecraft Movie Day. Here are my nails. Next Minecraft episode, Nettie will have her own PNG. Okay, bye!